What's up? This is Stu Schaefer, and I'm about to explain what you need to do different in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause to lose body fat, burn that body fat without feeling like you have to count calories, restrict foods, go on some diet, or do hours of exercise. You don't have to do that. So let's jump right in. I'm going to explain what's different and then the 4 things that you ought to be focusing on in order to burn fat and lose weight in menopause. So first of all, let me just show you a couple of case studies really quick. I've been working with women over 50 for the last 24 years. Your bodies are different. They require different things. If you do things right, you cause your body to burn fat like it's easy, okay, like it's nothing. You can see Jody, she lost about 30 pounds of fat in just 12 weeks. Okay, Hallie, same thing, about 20 pounds of fat in 12 weeks, and she was in the fitness industry. She knew her way around the block. She just had hit menopause and didn't know how to shift with her body. And then, of course, there's Erin. You can see the difference. Erin, over 20 pounds. So when you do things right, you can lose a lot of body fat in a few months and be healthy and reset your body and optimize your metabolism. So what's the key difference when you hit menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause? Everyone thinks it's your hormones. Oh, yeah, your hormones change and then that throws everything off. And that's not really what's happening. What the big change is how your body produces your hormones. So when you're a woman and you're going through life up until maybe perimenopause and menopause, your ovaries produce all of your sex hormones. So they produce the estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, pregnenolone, okay, all these wonderful hormones. And then you have ample amounts, okay? When you go into menopause and you're transitioning in there, all of a sudden your ovaries shut down. They turn off. And so what's going to produce the hormones now? Well, your body is actually built for this. And so your adrenal glands take over, and now they're able to produce those same hormones. Here's the catch. If your adrenal glands are too stressed or too busy producing stress hormones, then they don't have enough capacity or bandwidth to produce the sex hormones too. So now what happens is you'll see your hormones tank. Well, this is why some women, if their adrenal glands are totally cool, they're not overstressed, they're not under-eating or over-exercising or stressed emotionally, they'll go through menopause and it's like no big deal. You'll see other women, and as soon as they hit menopause, it's like this massive crash. This is often what's going on. Now, most women, when they try to lose weight, they eat less, they restrict calories, and they exercise more. This is really the opposite of what you should be doing, and especially if you're in menopause, because what that's going to do is crank up the stress, and now your body can't handle it. It doesn't have enough resilience. And what will happen is if you crank the stress up too much, your adrenal glands can't do that double duty. This is when you throw your hormones out of whack. This is why a lot of times what worked before to lose weight doesn't work anymore. Before, you weren't doing it the ideal way. You weren't doing it the best way, but you were still able to get results. Now, you can't get away with that because now your body doesn't have that extra leeway for you to still do things incorrectly and lose weight. So in order to burn fat and lose weight, now you have to do things just a little bit more precise. And this is the difference. Okay, so it's not the hormones that cause the weight gain or prevent the weight loss. It's the things you've been doing wrong that are now affecting the hormones. So your hormones are actually a symptom, not the root cause. And this is a very important distinction. So what do you need to do different? Well, we're going to go over that. And I'm going to show you 4 things to do differently in menopause. And now you know why it has to be different. Let's jump into the 4 things. So number 1 is you can't undereat. I cannot stress this enough. I've been doing this for 24 years. And I've worked with women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. I've worked with thousands and thousands of women. I have never never told a woman that they were eating too much. Never. Now, I often, almost every day, am telling my clients that they need to eat more. You can't undereat. What happens is when you're young and you want to do one of those crazy calorie restricted diets, you'll get results. You'll lose weight, at least temporarily. Once you're in menopause, it doesn't work anymore. In fact, if you're watching right now, you probably know that because you probably are going, wait a minute, I'm barely eating calories. I've restricted my calories. I'm counting my calories. I used to lose weight. Why am I not losing weight anymore? Well, twofold. Number one, you've probably wrecked your metabolism and now you have repressed metabolic syndrome, which I talk about in my other lessons. So you want to look at that and understand how you might actually be damaging your metabolism. Number two, it's too stressful on the body. Now you've reached that tipping point, and now because your body's stressed, it's throwing everything else out of whack and preventing you from losing weight and burning fat. So you need to eat more. The catch is you can't just eat randomly more. It has to be the right food at the right time in the right combination. So you give your body the right nutrients, but that you also cause the correct chemical reactions in your body. These would be the chemical reactions that will cause your body to burn fat. They'll cause your body to take the food that you've eaten and actually utilize it. So none of it actually ever makes it to your fat cells. So now you're eating, it speeds up your metabolism, strengthens your thyroid, you're burning fat, you're not storing fat, and you're nourishing your body so that it doesn't break its metabolism and you don't cause too much stress. Bingo! Now other things in your body will start to balance. Your blood work will, cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, hormones, etc. These things will start to balance. Remember, the body's designed to balance and heal itself. It's our job to create the right environment so it can do that. So number one, you can't undereat. You got to eat enough. Okay, what about number two? Well, odds are you probably need more protein. Well, this is just a general lesson, so maybe you're already getting enough. Maybe you're not, but the odds are you need more. Now here's what's interesting. The older you get, the more protein you need. Well, why is that? Well, as you get older, it's more likely for you to lose muscle. And getting enough protein will prevent you from losing muscle. Now this is critical because muscle equals metabolism. So the more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism. The less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism. Well, we have all met people as they get older, they lose their muscle. This really slows down your metabolism and it causes your body to gain fat much more easily, makes it very hard to burn fat. Well, how much protein should you get? Well, gosh, that's a tough one because it depends on a lot of different factors. What I can say is most women probably need at least 100 grams a day, but probably even more than that depending on your lifestyle, your activity level, and what you're up to, okay? But if you're getting less than 100 grams a day, I'm telling you, or 100 grams a day, you're probably not getting enough. You're not getting enough. Now, there's always exceptions, but in general, these would be the numbers, okay? I mean, I have many clients who are getting 140, 150 grams of protein per day, and they do very well with that. There's no risk to their kidneys. There's no health risks. Their blood work is beautiful and perfect, and they feel amazing. Okay, so you need more protein. Let's look at number three. Okay, number three is you've got to balance your nutrition or your diet with your activity. This may be one of the single biggest mistakes I see most women making. Now, the reason I'm talking about women, and especially in menopause, is because your bodies are more sensitive, so they require more precision. Here's what I mean by this balance. If you're exercising too much and not eating enough, that will totally wreck your body. Cortisol will go up, your thyroid will struggle, you might lose muscle, your metabolism will go down, your body might go into starvation mode, and you won't be able to burn fat and lose weight. Your energy might tank. This can cause brain fog. Sometimes it can cause poor sleep. Now, some people might be exercising not that much. Maybe you're sedentary. And so is the solution to just eat less? No. You need to eat enough. You need to eat a certain amount. We talked about this just earlier here. You need to eat a certain amount to really keep your body happy. Then, as your activity increases, there will be a sweet spot, a balance where everything's working. You feel amazing. Your energy's high. Your sleep is good. You go get your blood work done. It's good. Your hormones are balancing or improving. Your metabolism's speeding up. You're burning fat very easily. You have a normal appetite. All of these things would be telling you that, yes, you're balanced. You're in balance. Now, if you go to increase your exercise, you want to do more. Well, I work with a lot of women who just plain love to exercise. So if they want to do more, then you have to eat more so that you don't cause these other issues again, the high cortisol, the starvation mode, etc. How much? Almost every single one of my clients only does 20 to 30 minutes of activity 6 days a week. Well, there's your balance. Now, some of you watching are like, I do an hour. I would go crazy if I didn't do that much exercise. I get it. But once you find that balance with the 30 minutes, let's say, and now you're like, well, I want to do an hour. If you increase the activity, you have to increase the food with it. Otherwise, it'll throw you out of balance again. Now you have the problem with your cortisol and stress and hormones, and the body locks down. It goes into starvation mode. So this is key. The food and the exercise have to be working together. If one is off, you're not going to get results. Plain and simple. Okay, the last piece, number 4, you've got to do differently in menopause. You've got to eat carbs. Now look, carbs, yes, could you survive without carbs? Yes, probably. But carbs are necessary to optimize your health. This is very different from just surviving, okay? So look, here's the truth. Carbs will speed up your metabolism. Carbs will help strengthen your thyroid, which will give you energy and speed up your metabolism. Carbs will help reduce the cortisol in your body. If you don't eat enough carbs, your cortisol is going to go up, just plain and simple. Carbs will help you build muscle. This will increase your metabolism. They'll give you more energy so that you can do better in your workouts, which will help tone your muscles and speed up your metabolism. Think about it this way. Let's say you added carbs and your energy went up. Your metabolism went up. Your cravings went down. You added more muscle and toned. Your thyroid was stronger, so it cranked up, and your metabolism energy went up. Let's say, and your brain acuity, your brain fog went away. You had more mental acuity. I don't know a single person that wouldn't want that. Okay. The problem is that not all carbs are created equal. So you can't just add carbs. They have to be the right types. The right amount, obviously. You have to add them at the right time of day and with the right combination of foods. But when you do, it's going to help you build more muscle. It's going to give you way more energy and stamina in the gym. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have more energy during the day. You're going to feel better, which is going to allow you to do more stuff. Carbs have a thermogenic effect. They're going to help speed up your metabolism. When you build muscle, that also speeds up your metabolism. Carbs are going to help feed the liver so it can convert T4 to T3 and speed up or increase your thyroid levels, which will speed up your metabolism and give you more energy. All of these things, when you do that, are just amazing at optimizing your health, not just surviving through life. Now, I can't tell you how many clients I've had that were doing low-carb diets, and their hormones were out of whack. Their thyroid was low, because when you don't eat enough carbs, your body gets stressed. Your cortisol goes up. This is going to affect your hormones because of what we just talked about with the adrenal glands. And your thyroid may struggle. And this is really important. So I can't tell you how many clients I've had that were doing low carb, and when we added carbs back, they lost weight much faster. They burned fat more easily. They actually looked more toned. Their thyroid numbers improved. Their whole blood work, actually, their blood panels improved. They had more energy. They felt better. They didn't feel deprived. It was a much more realistic, sustainable way of eating. And that's the name of the game. So remember now, in menopause, you just don't have that leeway. You've got to give your body everything it needs to really function at its best. You want to create the right environment so your body can balance itself. That includes hormones. It can heal itself. It can optimize. This is when you're going to burn fat. You're going to feel great. You're going to look great. You're going to age slower. You get all these wonderful anti-aging effects. This is critical. You'll feel better in the gym. You'll feel better when you're doing exercise. You'll feel better when you're hanging out with folks and just interacting. This is critical. Now, we're going to throw up 2 videos here. They're going to explain in more detail the timing of foods, the combination, the types of carbs, all these different things so you can understand what's actually going on here and different steps you can take. So I will see you over there. I hope this was helpful. Glad you made it, and I'll see you soon. All right, take care.